pants and stuff. Trying to figure out what's going on.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here pissing my pants and
Who cares? Cares?
stuff. Welcome to the TSB podcast number 33.
It's 33. 33? Isn't that a Masonic number technically?
Oh boy, here we go. Getting banned already.
Does anybody here knows how to cut stone?
We can't acknowledge.
Does anybody here know how to lay bricks? Who are the bricklayers? You know, the stonemasons. Man, I'm talking about people that know how to build buildings, man. What are you talking
about? Like street slang? Who are the bricklayers? I'm not really laying brick.
They laying bricks, all right. They flipping the bricks, baby. They got them for a good price, very cheap. The birds are flying high. They flying real high.
So what were you just yelling to me about Marvel vs. Capcom? Because it just came out yesterday. I had my email open. I got the email. Oh, this is wrong.
I don't even know how to feel about this collection because to think that I was so excited. And ladies and gentlemen, let's make it very clear. Please support this game. Buy multiple copies of it. I already did. I bought 2 physical copies. Yeah, I pre-ordered 2 physical copies, one for PlayStation 4, one for Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna have both comic books for it, and I have the digital copy.
Nerd.
People are under the impression that if Capcom meets their projected sales, that somehow they're going to greenlight Marvel 4. Through my sources and through the grapevine, they're already working on Marvel 4. They've been working on it for quite some time. They just needed Disney to play ball with them because obviously they can work on as much as they can. They don't own any of the licensings to the characters. So we can create the functions, but we can't add the skins, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to say, yeah, Marvel 4 has already been worked on, all right? They're doing it right now. It's no fucking secret. Yipes is a playtester, so is Filipino Champ, and a couple of others. I already said too much with that, so let's move along. Yeah, wow. So the collection is fucking dog shit. Let's just make that very clear. I played the game last night, and I didn't even play. I stood in ranked match for 1 hour and 39 minutes. Waiting to I couldn't even get casual match. Nothing worked. And I wasn't the only one. There were other people too that were saying it like, yeah, I'm not getting anything right now. I'm not getting any matches. I've just been staring at the fucking screen all day. So I don't know if I'm not too sure. I don't know if it was like maybe the servers got overloaded or anything. You know, everybody was trying to play at once because you also had the PlayStation 4 release. You have the crossplay from that. Apparently, there's crossplay, I believe, also with the Nintendo Switch version, if I'm correct. So you have the PS4 version, Nintendo Switch version, and you have the Xbox version that's coming out next year, and you also have the version that's on Steam.
I mean, concerning crossplay, I heard this today from a friend. He told me that he got Exoprimal, the crossplay, to play with his friends. And apparently the crossplay didn't even work. And then they released a patch, and then you could get in the same lobby with your friend. You couldn't actually play any public matches. You could only play a private match with your friends with crossplay. So, I mean, crossplay, I don't know, dude. Can Capcom do it? You got Wilds coming soon. That also has crossplay.
They figured it out with Street Fighter 5. I mean, you could be on a PS5 and fight people on PC. You could be on PC and fight people on PS. I mean, on PS4. I apologize. I meant to say PlayStation 4.
CFN bullshit. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's why it's a little concerning. Other than that, listen.
I'm listening.
I need to say this. I almost want to look up the credits for the MVC collection because it's terrible. All those people need to be fired.
Wait. What's in the credits?
The people that worked on the collection for Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, okay.
Like all the senior advisors, the people that did marketing, and all those people need to get fired. I'm gonna make this very fucking clear. All right, as a person that's played the game for over 30 years on Dreamcast version is still better. Still better.
Was there any doubt?
So, did my co-host die? Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. He is here. So what they're saying is that apparently they took a PS2 version and just polished it. They polished this piece of turd, and they released it. The sound is off.
The sound is off?
Yes, the sound is completely off. That's the first thing everyone has said. All the sounds are incorrect. They're all off. Even the damage sounds.
What do you mean by off? Hello?
Yes.
What do you mean by what do you mean by off?
They are not the original arcade sounds.
Oh. Ugh.
That's what I mean. They're off. Yes.
That makes it unplayable.
Yeah, it's not the original arcade sounds.
That's not good. Like everything or some stuff?
A lot of shit. Like a lot of things. Like everybody was saying it. Like, why the fuck does this game sound like this? Like it sounds terrible. That's what everyone literally said. You know, but you can't say anything because you got Justin Wong, who's good friends with Maximilian, and they're both sucking the cock of Capcom.
Oh,
you know,
and the best thing ever.
And it's terrible because I shouldn't be speaking in that derogatory manner because Justin Wong is a legitimate cornerstone in the fighting game community. So I'm gonna refrain back. I'm gonna apologize to Justin. Fuck Maximilian though. I could care less about that nigga. Let's keep it real.
You can put it in Japanese.
For anybody that doesn't know what just happened.
Yeah, you could pick the region of the game. Yeah, so I'm gonna make this very clear. They're not gonna say anything bad about this game because they want people to make the sales. Okay, they want to stay in Capcom's good grace. Okay, it's pretty obvious at this. Yes,
hold on, I want to hear this.
Obvious.
Hold on.
You want to hear this? What is he saying?
Oh shit! This is porn.
Now I'm very uneducated. I can't tell the difference.
Yeah, nigga, that's why you have me. The songs are all incorrect. Even the damage effects are terrible. It sounds very drowned out. Okay,
it might be like an effect they put on there that's making it sound like higher, like different mix, like a different audio mix. That might be what's happening. Like they increase the treble or the bass or something.
I keep saying it. If these people were gonna work on this mod, and it's, I'm saying a modification. If they were gonna work on this official release, they should have reached out to the people that were working on the mods that were being done to the Dreamcast version and at least the Naomi version. I think both sides could have met in the middle and released a far better product than this. This was shoehorned. I wouldn't even be surprised if they did this in 3 months. All right, like it's. I'm really disappointed. But like I said, we got to support the game. Why? Because people are under the impression that Marvel and like I said, I already hit up certain people, went through the grapevine, did some searching. It's been in development for quite some time. There's certain people who are play testing it. Like I said, they created the functions. It's just that they can't apply the costumes currently because Disney needs to play ball.
The new one, not Marvel.
Yeah, the new one that's coming out. Yeah, the new one that's coming out. Yeah. And guys, you might have
you heard breaking news right here.
You heard it here first, right here on TSB. So a couple of years from now, you motherfuckers are like, yo, this guy is full of shit. He doesn't know what he's talking about. When it gets confirmed, you can come back right here to this video.
Yeah, in 15 years, you come back right here.
Oh my god. Yeah. Listen, this version is terrible. Listen, if you guys want to continue supporting it, that's perfectly fine. I hope that people continue playing it. I hope that people continue having tournaments with it. I hope people get that experience so they could take that step back and go, okay, let's go to the Dreamcast version. I want to play with the big boys. That's all I want. And that's all I'm expecting. I'm hoping that those that are willing to level themselves up where they can compete at a higher level, they'll make that own decision upon themselves where they'll be like, okay, I can move on to Dreamcast now. I want to play with the top players.
I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be cool if a lot of people, get invested in the game. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm ultimately hoping for.
Like, if you're coming from playing Street Fighter 6 or something, like, you're gonna feel like so much freedom playing this. It's gonna kind of warp your mind with like, whoa, fighting games used to be like this. You could do all this stuff. This is pretty crazy.
So the current discourse on the FGC Twitter amongst all the old school top players is how many people have quit MVC2 after they realized how difficult this game was. Because that's the meme right now. Chris G said it. Justin Wong said it. All the top players, they're all saying it. Like, all right, how many of you guys already quit Marvel 2? Let's hear it. Let's hear your stories. Because what they're trying to point out is that this is a game that you need fucking skill. These newer games, I could just mash like an idiot, and I most likely will win. You know, I probably have to do maybe a fraction of thinking.
But,
It's unfortunate.
I understand. Like there's a like a skill ceiling in this game that is much higher and much more varied than the newer games. But I'm
very high. It's a very high.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Street Fighter 6 doesn't take skill.
What do you mean, bro? I just slime rush into slime rush into level 3, boy. That's all I need. That's all I need.
There's certain parts of it that take skill, and at higher levels of competition, you're gonna certainly see all that stuff come out. But you know, like this game, the skill ceiling, you know, it's hard to get there. Like with Street Fighter 6, you can kind of tell, like, all right, people are already kind of almost at the skill ceiling, if not already there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Listen, guys.
You know,
I already knew that this collection was going to be trash. I already knew that. I just wanted to be hopeful because I wanted people to buy the game and support it. The moment that it was announced, I already knew this shit's going to be terrible.
Does it feel right? Does like the frames feel right and stuff?
There are certain people that were doing a lot of testing last night. I won't get the full patch notes. What I mean by that is that I won't get the full notes of all the testing that's being done until I think maybe Saturday. Because Saturday is when everybody's hoping to do the tournaments on Steam. But a lot of POs and players are just like, no, we need to check if everything's doable. So everybody's doing the testing right now. So you have certain people that are going very hard, that are doing the best to make a name for themselves on rank match. That's perfectly fine. And then you have others that are just enjoying themselves. This is the first time that they ever got to play these games. You know, they sold them in the arcade. They never got to touch them. You know, maybe they always heard about these games. Now they have a chance to. It's wonderful. And I keep telling everybody, don't listen to me. You know, I'm just some pissy old nigga in some Pampers. You know, I'm just pissing the shit in my pants. You don't gotta listen to me. You know, my opinion should not matter. But as a tournament player, let's be honest now. Like, you know, we're going to stick to the Dreamcast. Like, let's be real. We're going to stick to the Dreamcast. All right. That's it.
Beautiful.
Is there anything else that needs to be said about this collection?
What else is included in this? Is the other stuff worth playing besides Marvel?
Of course. I mean, people are more excited for Marvel 2 because it's been so long.
Yeah.
Since it's been on a modern platform. Remember, it was on PS3. People expected it to be on PS4 and PS. Apparently, they're gonna do PS5. That's the rumor, but I can't confirm that yet.
Is this not on PS5?
I think it's PS4, Steam, and everything else, and Xbox. I think they want to put it on PS5. They want to put it on PS5.
This is not on PS5. How is this not on PS5?
Yeah, this not on PS5. Yeah, it's not on PS5. Not on PS5. Look it up. It's not on PlayStation 5.
Well, maybe it'll be on the PS5 Pro.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe then it could run the game correctly.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say. I don't want to drag this on.
So,
the game, guys.
Here's another question. Is it better than the PS3 version? Or have you still not have determined that?
There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of people doing the testing right now. I won't know anything till Saturday. And that's me being real honest, because a lot of people are asking, you know, is this going to be the official standard? Most people want this to be the standard because it's easier. You know, it's a seamless option. Everybody could just go on fucking Steam. That's it. But in terms of competitive integrity, you know, that's where it becomes very concerning.
You know what game Capcom should release on Steam?
What? What game should Capcom release on Steam?
This fucking game. Monster Hunter.
It forces you to retread the same area.
Would Monster Hunter even work as a collection? Like a Monster Hunter collection? Would that even work?
Yeah. If they translate it to or use the translations, like people have wanted that game for a while.
Yeah, because there's certain things that didn't come to the States. Because I know there was exclusive DLC for some of those games in Japan, at least, if I'm correct.
It was mostly like armors and stuff. Like
Yeah, but that stuff still matters.
Yeah, and that's like a licensing thing. I'm not sure if they would bring that stuff back, but in terms of like the games themselves, like Monster Hunter 2, people will definitely play that. Monster Hunter 3U Ultimate, the servers got shut down like 2 months ago. People will definitely
I
go back
didn't know
and play that.
Wow.
Yeah, like a lot of people still play like the old games online. Like they were still playing 3U, they were still playing like 4U and stuff.
Okay.
That'd be nice, man. I'd like to play GU with more people, some more new people. You know? On PC, with like maybe mod the game a little bit. Ooh, that'd be nice.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that somebody right now trying to figure out how to get the 3DS servers to work on PC. So
They've already
probably
got that stuff down. They've already done that.
Oh, all right, then yeah, so, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. They're already playing that stuff on the emulators and shit. Speaking of emulators,
let's move along now.
This just crossed my crosshairs on the internet world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Can I cut you off? Can I cut you off? Everybody is a late fag. You want to know why? I need to take a step back because 4 years ago, during the height of Corona in 2020, there was a mysterious emulator for Linux that appeared on the internet. So this was a full PlayStation 4 emulator for Linux, and they got Bloodborne working on Linux. All right. This was 4 years ago. They got Bloodborne working on Linux. Nobody spoke about this shit. So I find this very funny that people are saying, oh, we got Bloodborne on PC. Yeah, because that's off the strength of all the contributions from the Linux users. All right. Shouts out to all the dudes on Linux. Shouts out to Linus Torvald saying, fuck you to Bill Gates. All right. Oh, they putting in that work.
If only 8 billion people would say, fuck you to Bill Gates.
Because what people don't understand is that, like, they were working on this for quite some time. Like, the dudes at Linux, that they were breaking the...
I've heard rumblings about this going on. And there's always been, like, scams online, like, oh, Bloodborne PC, download here.
I knew about this. No, that wasn't bullshit. When they got Bloodborne to work on Linux, that wasn't bullshit. It's just that nobody wanted to believe it. And there was so much damage control from the Sony fanboys. You know, even now they're doing damage control because Bloodborne is on PC. You know, and I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Like, yo, it's over. Once they get the last remaining contributions from the Linux dudes, because there's a PlayStation 5 emulator. A lot of people don't know that. The PS4 has been completely modified. You can take your PS4 right now, modified, and go online. You can use cheats. You can steal people's information. You could do a lot of crazy shit. All right, let's be honest now. You can do a lot of crazy shit.
Making people scared to go online.
They should be scared to go online. This is why I have a VPN when I go online.
And this is why today's sponsor is NordVPN.
I was waiting for it. Yeah, our sponsor, right? Yo, NordVPN sponsor us. Come on, guys. What the fuck?
Are you scared of getting hacked on your PS4 when playing online against people who have a modded PS4 with a Linux update on it? Well.
but that's real. Like, that's why I was. A lot of people don't know this too. There was a leak copy of Black Ops 6 on the internet. Yeah, that's floating on the internet right now. And if you have a modified PS4, you can play the game right now on official servers, and they can't even boot you out if they wanted to, because they figured out how to turn all modified PS4s into developer consoles, if that makes sense. So they're all
SD. You can go in the game and drop ordnance on everybody.
Yeah. You could. It's straight up SDK mode. Like, it's amazing what these niggas figured out, bro.
Are they playing with the standard release version people, or on their own little contained?
Nah, they're doing their own little thing because Black Ops 6 didn't get released yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So there's people right now illegally. There's people right now illegally playing that game. Shouts out to those, the pirates. Y'all doing crazy. I didn't download it. I ain't get a chance to download it. It got deleted before it got downloaded. But
it wouldn't be legal for you to download it.
Yeah, but guys, we do not support piracy.
Winners don't do drugs.
Yeah, winners don't do drugs, all right? They do cocaine. Cocaine's not a drug, it's a plant.
Oh, now we're definitely getting demonetized.
But yeah, like this makes me laugh that everybody's so excited of what's going. Nah, this has been going on for quite some time. If you were in the know, you would know that this was already going to happen. All right.
Let me play the
Listen,
video for the people while you
Yeah, let them play the video.
This is Bloodborne PC reshade test. Shad PS4 version 0.2.1 in progress.
It's because they're trying to get the shaders corrected. They're trying to get the textures corrected. The game is playable. It's just that there are small, minor graphical errors that they still have to adjust. That's it. Once they figure that out, it's game over. Don't forget that those guys figured out how to get Bloodborne running at 120 frames per second on a modified PlayStation 4. Okay? So this was long coming. All right, this was long overdue. No, yeah, it looks beautiful. It looks amazing. And mind you, this is not the full version that they released yet. Like they're Shouts out to those dudes, bro. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's excited and let me take a step back. I don't want to shit on this team right here. But I at least want to point out that there are people who are responsible for where they're getting up to right now, all right? There were steps that were taken, guys, all right?
If I were Sony right now, I would put over 100 people on task to release this on Steam before this goes, like, super public.
So Sony's already doing takedowns for some of their games that are being optimized for PC, but they haven't done a cease and desist for Bloodborne yet. So it's interesting what's happening. It's even scarier. People keep talking about a digital future, but right now, if you had Concord downloaded on your PS5, Sony had every right to remove that game. Very, very scary. Look at Mudahar. Maybe look at Mudahar. Let me tell you something about this guy. This guy's a grifter. All right. Why are we supporting this grifter? I would rather have you show another video.
I like him.
I don't like him. He's a grifter.
He's alright.
Nah, man.
There's a lot of people who fall under this, grifter umbrella. I feel like it's a spectrum. I feel like you gotta take the good with the bad, whatever.
Nah, bro, they exposed them recently. That's why I'm saying it. They exposed Mudahar. You ain't see what happened? They exposed
I don't keep
them.
up with this shit, dude. Fucking boogie, fucking fake cancer. I don't know, man. Everyone's a fucking shit. Dude,
yeah, man.
Right now, all I care about is this guy showing this stuff in this video. All right, let's worry about the drama another day.
Okay. Anyways, we got guys, ladies and gentlemen, we had Bloodborne on PS4. On PC. We got Bloodborne on PS5.
On PC. We got it. You can pee on your C with this Bloodborne. Wow. See the graphics all messed up in this section over there. The lighting is all messed up. Yeah, it's because they're still trying to get the shaders to work. That's why. It's going to take some time. Apparently there's some weird lighting problems. That's interesting. Very nice. I wonder if you said they're not doing any takedowns of the Bloodborne stuff, Sony?
Not yet. But people are suspecting that they will start soon enough. We're just gonna have to wait and see. That's it.
I mean, maybe it's because they want the word to get out and then release their own version.
I mean, at this point, what can Sony release to regain faith from their players? They haven't had the best week, to be quite honest.
What do you mean? They just announced the PS5 Pro. Having a great week.
Bro, they lost over 300 million because of Concord. Come on. They thought that game was a good idea. All right, I'm not going to go into a homophobic rant or a transphobic rant. I'm not going to do it, all right? They were under the impression...
dude.
Nah, man, fuck that. They were under the impression that game was going to sell gangbusters, and it didn't. It blew up in their face. And then they decided to release Astrobot, a very cute game, which was nothing more than member berries. It was just nostalgia overload. This was Sony throwing off all the dead corpse IPs that they had in their possession.
Spider-Man gameplay, dude. Look.
Who cares?
The graphics look a little better.
Why do I want to play
Ooh.
DEI Spider-Man? All right,
Look at
the game was
frame
terrible.
rate.
All right,
Ooh.
this Ratchet and Clank game was terrible. I played it and I beat it. Terrible. Shit was trash.
I feel like these fucking developers are paid to like release these games with like 30 FPS as the standard, just so Sony can be like, well, we've got the pro version, and now it'll run the game in 60 FPS. They did it for the PS4. They're doing it for this fucking shit. Oh, boy.
Listen, it only proves that Ken Kutaragi was a visionary. The moment
Did he envision all these nice graphics for games? I don't think so. Look at this, Alan Wake 2.
Who cares about the graphics?
Everybody
The
cares
graphics-
about the graphics. What do you mean?
Yeah,
You know what's funny?
thank you.
You know what's funny? They start this presentation by saying, we've noticed a lot of PS4, PS5 players, a majority of them have their settings on performance mode. Doesn't that tell you something? That these players don't care about the graphics, they want the game to run better?
Yeah.
And then
No,
here's this presentation. Look at the graphics, though.
I can care less about the graphics. If the gameplay's not good, why bother? You know.
So here's the funny thing. This shit's $700 fucking dollars. Vertical stand sold separately. I bought my PS5. It came with the vertical stand. That vertical stand is a little cheap piece of plastic. Vertical stand sold separately. They don't have a version that has a disc drive. You got to pay another amount of money. I think it was like $80 for a fucking separate fucking disc drive. Anyway,
and this is what I'm.
everyone's
this is what I'm going to ask
shit,
you.
so I'm gonna end it there. Yeah.
This is what
go
I'm going to
ahead.
ask you. What games are on the PlayStation 5? And let's be honest. Let's stop memeing. Let's stop joking. All right,
Fortnite.
because Concord just got canceled. Fortnite is on Steam. Doesn't count.
Fortnite is not on Steam, it's on Epic. But yes, go ahead. You told
What
me to
games are on the
stop
PlayStation
joking, and I
5?
feel like I just want to joke some more.
Yeah, tell me a game that's on the PlayStation 5. Let's be honest. What game is on the PlayStation 5? Everybody that I know that pretended like, oh, yeah, I got the PS5 because I get money. Bro, you wasted $1,000 on a fucking Netflix machine.
I know one. Bloodborne.
Not on the PlayStation 5. It's soon to be released on Steam. All right. The system has no games. At this point, as a gamer,
Blop 6.
do you make the transition to PC gaming? To be quite honest, after PS4, you shouldn't have already been a PC gamer.
I mean, at $700 plus tax, plus your vertical stand, plus your disc drive, it's gonna put you at what, $900? You might as well start building a rig.
The cheapest rig will cost you $1,300. That's the argument.
My graphics card right now is a 1660 Ti. It runs a lot of new games on the lowest settings pretty well. I will say that.
I got an RTX 2070,
Wow, look at you. Wow.
and I still can't do shit.
Oh, you're just bad, dude.
I'm bottlenecking, bro. I need a new CPU.
Yeah. Well, let's not get into
Yeah.
that whole
Yeah. It's a whole that's a whole conversation within itself. You console guys are probably just like, what are these idiots talking about? I just want to play Grand Theft Auto 6. That's all I want to do right now.
A mouse and a keyboard and a monitor.
And you know that's why Sony did that. Because they're trying to create this notion, guys, if you want Grand Theft Auto 6 to play extremely well, buy the PlayStation 5 Pro. They're going to kill this fucking game. This game hasn't even been released yet, and they're already going to affect this Grand Theft Auto 6. I keep saying it. Everybody thinks I'm fucking crazy. This game is going to be a blunder. This game is going to be a fuck-up. I'm saying it for a reason.
You imagine it comes out and runs like shit, and people are like, it runs fine on the Pro, though. I got the Pro.
It runs fine. That's the argument. It runs fine on the PS5 Pro. Jesus fuck. I might as well wait for it to come out on PC. And you know that's what Sony did, guys. Come on. Why do we keep supporting these motherfuckers, man? I miss Sony when they were still working with the Japanese. Cuando los japoneses todavía están ahí. Ellos estaban protegiendo a todos. Ahora que ellos están trabajando con estos maricones allá en California, todo se jodió. Lo voy a decirlo así mismo, porque no voy a decirlo en inglés.
Rumors claim $400 Switch 2 is coming. Well, the announcement is coming in October. Some people are saying it has backwards compatibility. These are rumors.
The Switch 2?
In light of what Sony has been doing, seems like Nintendo might be possibly on a higher plane of existence right now. In terms of
How can the Switch 2 be backwards compatibility? Wait, it plays Switch 1 games? Does it play Wii U games? Does it play Wii games? Does it play GameCube games?
Only with the Switch 1.
See, if they was to if Nintendo was to figure out how to create a add-on peripheral like a disk drive where you can play all your older products from the Wii U, the Wii, the GameCube, and everything else, that would sell fucking gangbusters and it would make Sony look stupid.
I think I heard about this with the PlayStation. Like, I think the main problem for that was that they need a lot of because the different consoles have a different infrastructure. Like for them, when they included the backwards compatibility for the PS1 and the PS3, like it was using a completely different like system in there. Like
it was the cell
included a PS1
processing
in your PS3.
Yeah, the PS3. Each PS3 has a PS1. That's why all PS3 natively play PlayStation 1 games. The PS2 were the extra set of chips on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a whole presentation on it. You know, when I was learning about how to make a Frankenstein PS3. I'll move on. I'm sorry.
It's not just the fact that you could have like a disk drive attachment for your Switch. Like, the engine would have to, the internal computer processing would have to run those games correctly, and you might have a lot of issues trying to like. You see with Bloodborne, a lot of weird glitches. It's not as easy as just, plugging something in and telling it to run the old game as by this company or that company.
I mean, listen. Who cares? All right, I'm gonna make this very clear. Who cares?
The console market cares. Console gamers.
They killed backwards compatibility when they killed the PS3. All right, I don't expect to see any Sony system playing any of the older games. That's the only thing that would save them now. If they somehow release a system that plays their entire legacy library, yes, that plays their entire legacy
they're all
library.
going digital now. They get the digital, and then they re-release the game that you liked, so you don't have to do that.
Yeah. And that's why they don't have an edge. That's one thing that made the Nintendo DS successful. The fact that you could still play Game Boy games on it and Game Boy Advance games.
Oh, you could?
And then, yeah, the very first DS, yeah. You all remember? That's why the Nintendo DS was so ahead of its time, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, the PlayStation 5 Pro is a dud. Bloodborne is coming to PC. Sony's done, guys. Let's move along now. What's the next topic?
Well, we have this new, another trailer for Minecraft.
I don't care about this movie. Jack Black ruined it.
Getting down there was an absolute fucking nightmare.
Ruined it.
And at the bottom, another surprise was waiting for me.
Oh my god.
At first, I thought I found treasure, but then I made a horrifying discovery.
What the fuck is this?
Wait, this is real? What the fuck is this?
Oh dear. It's raw.
Why is Gordon Ramsay in Minecraft? What the fuck? Who created this meme?
It's a meme. It's a meme.
Who created this meme?
This looks way better than the fucking movie.
This looks way better than the movie. Holy shit.
Yo, if this was like the scene in the movie, oh my god, dude. Oh, memers win
I was
again.
left speechless.
Congratulations, memers, you win.
Jesus, man.
I'm Steve.
Gordon Ramsay and Minecraft. Amazing.
Oh, fucking hell.
All right, let's move on now. What's going on here?
You wanted to talk about this?
Well,
thing, maybe.
I think it's absolutely disgusting that you can die and they can still use your likeness.
That's the future, dude. All these actors are giving away their likenesses.
Can you imagine that Marlon Brando's dead and they're still using the man's likeness?
I'm pretty sure we're gonna see what's that guy's name from Pulp Fiction and Die Hard? Bruce
Willis?
You're gonna see Bruce Willis in a bunch of action movies in the future.
Doesn't he have dementia? What's going on here?
Yeah. They're gonna hook him up to the fucking AI system. They're gonna put him in your movies.
What the fuck?
They're gonna do Die Hard 8. That's the future, man.
Absolutely disgusting.
Especially when the processing gets cheaper and stuff. But I don't know, they got some weird rules against AI and all their fucking, all their movie stuff. I don't know.
But it's perfectly fine for you to use the image of a dead man? Like, I'm not understanding.
I guess so. So, you want to read this? Or what do you want to do? You want to talk about it? You want to read it? You want to throw it in the trash? You just want to mention it?
I'll read it. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Where is the article here? Okay. Peter Cushing, Star Wars Resurrection at center of legal battle. So let's start this here. Peter Cushing's resurrection 22 years after his death. Jesus fucking. Can you imagine that, yo? You've been dead for 22 years? You've been dead for 22 years. You're in the next level of consciousness, the next realm.
You look down,
all right?
And you see yourself playing on the movie screen. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is going? You're with
what's going on here?
The 8-dimensional demons and angels. You're trying to explain to them the beauties of planet Earth because they don't believe in the material world. They're just the all-knowing. They take you back, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Maybe you're too busy running around in heaven with the battle rifle with Jesus at your side fighting Cthulhu. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe you don't care.
Oh my god, that would be pretty base. I get to play hunting with Jesus. Like, Jesus, this is what we do back on planet. I know
Peter
killing is wrong.
Thanks,
oh my
Jesus.
god. The blasphemy.
Screaming in the background.
Blasphemy, like my verse for Jay-Z. Yes, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so 22 years after his death, for the spin-off film Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is at the center of a legal battle over control of his image. Jesus Christ. Special effects were used to digitally recreate Cushing's character, Grand Moff Tarkin, from the original Star Wars film. The makers of Rogue One are being sued by a film producer who was one of Cushing's oldest friends. Kevin Francis claims the actor agreed not to grant permission for anyone to reproduce his appearance through special effects without his authorization. The Disney Group, which made Rogue One, failed on Monday to have Francis' claim for unjust enrichment dismissed at High Court in London. Okay, what were you going to say, my good partner?
So, you just said that Kevin Francis claims the actor had not agreed to grant permission for anyone to reproduce his appearance. So, I don't think Peter Cushing would have been aware of this in 1994.
No, but Kevin Francis is claiming that Peter Cushing told him not to grant anyone permission to recreate him through special effect. And I think we also need to keep in mind, this is around the time period that George Lucas was digitally altering certain Star Wars episodes for his own greedy gain. This is why a lot of people don't like some of those DVD copies of Star Wars. They would rather have the original VHSs. So maybe that's why. Who knows? George Lucas, he's a dirty motherfucker. You can't trust Lucas either.
True.
So the Disney Group, Rogue One, starring the British actor Felicity Jones, is set shortly before the events shown in Star Wars Episode 6, A New Hope. The original film, which was released in 1970, no, that's 4, my fault. Oh, is that 4 or 6, my nigga?
1977.
That's 4, right?
What is, no, that's 6.
It's Episode 4, right? That's Episode, all right, I gotta make sure, because I can't read Roman numerals, man. I ain't good at
you if you were wrong.
No, all right. So I did say it right. I just had to make sure. I caught myself, guys. Yes, the prequel grossed more than $1 billion at the box office, following in its release in December 2016. Cushing died of cancer in 1994 at the age of 81. Special effects were used to recreate his appearance with the British actor Guy Henry, 63, performing as his body double. France's company, Tyburn Film Productions, is suing the Disney subsidiary Lucasfilm, which owns the right to Star Wars, and Lunac Heavy Industries, which is in the UK, the producers of Rogue One. He also brought claims against the executors of Cushing Estate, who have both died, and Associated International Management, the agency that represented Cushing until his death.
Wait. So they already did reuse him while he was alive.
Yeah, they already used him when he was alive, but he gave permission, is guess what I'm under the impression.
So this. Okay, so it has precedence then. All right, continue.
Yeah. So the Disney company claims that they did not believe permission was required to recreate Cushing because of the terms of his contract in the original film and the nature of the special effects. However, after being contacted by Cushing's agent, they agreed a payment to the actor's estate of about £28,000 to the clear use of his appearance, the High Court was told. Francis, 75, who was seeking less than £500,000, made a number of films featuring Cushing, including The Ghoul, Legend of the Werewolf, and The Mask of Death. The actor signed the agreement to not allow his image to be used without Francis' permission in 1993 while preparing to make a television film called A Heritage of Horror, which was not completed, the court heard. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Cushing, from Whitstable, Kent, appeared in more than 100 movies, including 20 Hammer horror films and twice as Doctor Who. Oh, shit. The Disney companies claim there was no arguable case that there was unjust enrichment, and even if there was, they have a defense of being a bona fide purchaser for value of the rights to Cushing's image. So these niggas are saying that they bought the rights to this shit, but the other nigga want to get paid, is what I'm getting from all this.
Yeah, I guess they don't have the. He's saying they don't have the rights, pretty much.
Yeah, but you know, Disney ain't any good either, because you know Disney's a bunch of scumbags. They trying to make it seem like, no, we got the rights because he was in our movies and we owned everything. We bought everything from George Lucas.
We own everything.
So we bought the rights.
They're still gonna use what's his name's voice, but I think he gave them the rights. We should mess him. He had just passed away. James Earl Jones passed away.
James Earl Jones.
Let's continue reading.
Rest in peace, bruh. Yeah, so a judge, Master Francesca Kay, denied Disney's application to dismiss the case in December last year and said it should go to trial. After the Disney companies appealed, Judge Tom Mitchinson upheld her ruling on Monday. He said he was far from persuaded that Francis would succeed, but added, I am also not persuaded that the case is unarguable to the standard required to give summary judgment or to strike it out. In an area of developing laws, it is very difficult to decide where the boundaries might lie in the absence of a full factual inquiry. Computer-generated imagery has been increasingly used to portray actors following their deaths. When Brandon Lee died in 1993 during the filming of The Crow, his role was completed with body doubles and special effects. Carrie Fisher, who played Princess Leia in the original Star Wars trilogy, died in 2016, but 3 years later, she appeared in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, which took unused footage from an earlier film. I mean, I heard that shit was terrible, those things that they did for Princess Leia, but we'll leave it at that. Other actors whose roles were completed after their deaths include Oliver Reed's performance in Gladiator, released in 2000, Paul Walker, Furious 7, which was terrible. I'm sorry, guys. Which is in 2015. Last month, the California Senate passed a law that requires consent for the use of dead performance likeness for AI-created digital replicas.
I mean, why would they have to? When is this article from? September? Oh,
The Times.
What the fuck? This is a recent article.
It's a recent article, bro.
This is only last month they have passed this law that requires consent.
Yeah, last month they just passed that law last month.
I thought that was already a thing because a lot of actors were already giving their consent. Were they just being nice about it and just be like, well, we won't use your consent? Because it's like, well, like this article says, it's in an area of developing law, so it's very difficult to find out where the boundaries are, especially in the absence of a full and factual inquiry. But I mean, you use their face, so it's
like, did the people of the 70s or the 60s knew that we were going to be digitally altering people's faces, you know, for movies? Like, no.
I mean, I had not really thought about it too much. Besides, you know, they mentioned it here: The Crow, the Furious 7. Like, I kind kind of put that out of my mind, and I thought about it, just like, oh yeah, they did do that for those movies.
Yeah.
So it has been around.
I mean, how do I feel about it? Yo, that old nigga is dead. Let him rest in peace. Like, why are you guys so insistent in using this man's image?
Remember when they used
Because
to
he played
recast and nobody cared?
Yeah, they would recast and nobody gave a fuck. Yeah, it's just like, now you guys want to stay consistent after destroying the lore that was Star Wars. You guys completely ruined it. Acolyte is dead.
Well, it's funny
But
though,
you need to-
they pay respects in some ways, and then in other ways they don't. And it's like it doesn't really feel consistent in what they're doing. Like, oh yeah, we're
got
gonna
a
use
bunch
this actor who used to be in the original movies. We're gonna put him in. It's like a weird.
You know,
but everything
we
else,
keep-
yeah, fuck it. I don't care.
we keep hiring activists instead of artists. A bunch of Twitter folks. You know, they may have a good amount of followers, but they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't even know why we putting them in these positions of power. It's pretty much it. You know, who cares? Right? Certain people got the keys for a reason. I mean, it's fucked up though, man. Like, let the man rest in peace. That's really what I want to get down to. Let the man rest in peace. Find a new actor. Like, yeah, like even with James Earl Jones, man, like this is crazy. Like, he wasn't the actor; he was just the voice.
Yeah. But
You know,
again,
but that-
I think he gave us permission for this. But
Yeah, he gave us permission though. Yeah,
they've been trying to recreate his voice in like digitally for years. They did it in Rogue One. They do it in all the games. They did it in the recent game. Was it out? Star Wars In-Laws.
Oh my god!
Star Wars In-Laws.
Terrible movie. Terrible game.
Terrible game, man. Anyway, yeah. It's sad to see that stuff, but yeah, I don't. It's a weird gray area, like that Jorge said. Like, they're kind of learning where the boundaries are. What's okay, what isn't. And for me personally, that shit ain't okay. I don't know.
Nah, that shit ain't okay, man.
Just recast. Like, even if you get permission and stuff, it just feels disrespectful. I don't know. Like, in the case of Paul Walker, I get, and The Crow, like, they needed to do something to make the movie work. Like that, I kind of get it. And kind of, like, do the send-off. They didn't fucking do Fast 8 and say, alright, Paul Walker, here you are again. Digitally recreated. Nah.
Yeah.
They gave him a good send-off. Fuck, man. I don't know.
I mean, it was terrible though. That scene was terrible in that movie. I won't ever forget that. I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
So, you know, after the original Crow, there were other Crow movies that came out, you know?
Were they? I didn't know that either.
There were other Crow movies, and they didn't use, you know, Brandon Lee. They got a different actor, and they kept doing the movies, and all of them were shit, and they went straight to DVD.
Oh, that's terrible. That sucks. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you just recast, man. Just recast.
Yeah, guys, just recast, man. Just make it easier for yourselves.
So, this man. Speaking of, I don't know. Moving on, I guess.
Yeah,
we got
move on.
tweets.
It's fine. We can move
We got
on.
some tweets from Harada.
Tweets from Harada concerning what? What is Harada saying?
He's feeling very suicidal, I think.
Jesus Christ! are you
judging
fucking
by
serious?
the way this sounds. So let me read this, and he starts with putting this in parentheses. This has nothing to do with Tekken. I love the video game industry. I don't think there is a better calling, and I consider myself to be an ever positive person. But
Okay.
but
But
being in this industry for so long, or perhaps because I have been in it for so long, I have also witnessed moments when the dream gaming world and ideals I was in crumbled. Only in such
I mean,
moments...
he was a part of a lot of projects. I will admit that. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. No, you're fine. Only in such moments do I get a glimpse of why the movie Joker was a huge hit despite the controversy. And now he puts some quotes from the movie, or maybe the trailers for the new one too. I'm not too sure. You ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts. I realize that I have moments like that when I've lived long enough. So yeah, he had got the gun in his mouth when he wrote this. He was like, goodbye, everybody. Oh, jokes aside, yeah. It seems like he's kind of pooping on the games industry in a whole, and he does clarify in some of the tweets that were like responses to this. I think this one in particular was one. I got this from my Ben Hubs. I kind of skimmed through and I grabbed this stuff. It depends. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I need to look at this. Like, is everything okay with Harada? He's not like suicidal or anything.
I think he's fine.
Everything's. He's fine.
I think he's fine. I'm just mean.
I don't know, man. It's a little scary. You know, you wouldn't just be saying that. You know,
he got the short sword against his belly. I will do it.
I will do it.
So here's another tweet. It depends on whether there is a return to the starting point of quote unquote investment in possibilities and dreams rather than quote unquote return on investment. Our industry, all involved, has become too focused on stable business. For example, Nintendo and PlayStation's godfather, Mr. Kutaragi, and Yu Suzuki of Sega.
Yeah, Yu Suzuki, he's a legend.
Invested more in the challenge of dreams and ideals rather than stability of their businesses and their titles. And this is, he's responding to John Yalung. Is there a way to bring the gaming industry back to its glory day? So basically he's been saying things that, we've been saying for years. The gaming industry, they're just playing it safe. They're not really innovating on anything. When was the last time they've innovated on anything?
Yeah, the innovators are gone, and I'm kind of happy that he pointed out Mr. Kutaragi for the PlayStation Godfather, Yu Suzuki for the Sega Godfather, and I wish they would speak about Gunpei Yokoi because like he's the main, but he's responsible for everything. Like his contributions is felt throughout the entire industry. He is the one, even in America. Like Nintendo says it: if the game is not fun, why bother? That's literally Gunpei Yokoi. You know. He's the man that created Mr. Game & Watch. He's the man that's responsible for the Game Boy. He's the man that's responsible for a lot of games, all right? For a lot of games, a lot of things. A lot of Nintendo's philosophy that they still follow today, Gunpei Yokoi. That's it. Yeah, my nigga, Gunpei Yokoi.
It's funny, like, a lot of the older game developers, programmers...
That's the god right there. Yo, I studied Gunpei. I love him. I studied the shit out of him.
Like back in the 70s and the 80s, like all those computer programmers, they would have been a lot better off career-wise if they had chased more practical programming things. AI was kind of sprouting around back in that era. Just like other like programming possibilities in their careers. And game development was seen as like on the low rung of things you could possibly do. And even when they were getting paid by these big companies, they were making like a fraction of what their peers were making in other fields. So this game development used to be this passion that people had, despite everything. This is what they wanted to do. They wanted to entertain people through this new sprouting visual and interactive medium. And now what we have are people who make content.
Yeah, that's it. They just make content. Like, and a lot of that, and I hate to throw Hideo Kojima under the bus, but he's the one that's responsible for that. That whole rockstar developer. Here's my blog post for the day. I ate this and I chilled with this actor and we wrote some lines for Metal Gear Solid. Like, fuck that guy, bro. Like, I know a lot of people like Hideo Kojima. Nah, fuck him, bro.
But I think
he fucked up a lot of things in the industry. He fucked up a lot, and a lot of people don't want to admit that.
But here's the thing: we need diversity. Like, if you have a Hideo Kojima come out every once in a while, that's awesome. He wants to make it feel like a movie. Fucking cool. That's awesome. But the rest of the industry should not be following like trends and shit. Like, what are we gonna do? We all can't be Fortnite. We said this before on the show. We can't all be Fortnite. Yeah. We can't all be Call of Duty. Everyone's got to be different. You got to offer something different to the people. Innovate too.
I remember when each first-person shooter had something that was unique to it. The original Medal of Honors had something unique to it. You know, the original Quake games, even the very first Call of Duty when they first came out, you know, there was something unique about it. Now all first-person shooters play exactly the fuck alike. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
They
This
don't
is
wanna
why
try
so
and
many players,
capture the same feel of the game.
yeah, the same field. Most players don't want that.
The play testers that they get, like, oh, well, this doesn't feel like that other game. And then tweak it
And
a
that's
little
the
more, tweak it
problem.
a little more, and
Yeah.
make it feel more like that other game.
Yep.
Okay, you got your feel now. Now they're all the same. They have the same objectives, follow the same trends, they're doing all the same shit. Okay, great, nice game.
You know,
it's sad
Sakurai is another
that
innovator.
Titanfall 2 was not able to succeed, despite being like such a interesting game. I didn't play it when it came
That's
out.
a good game.
I wasn't interested
You
in it
told
when it
me,
came
right?
out, but I saw it recently that it got revived on Steam. I installed it, I played a little bit. I was like, this is really cool. This is really interesting. This game's doing a lot of weird things. The movement is really nice. You have to have the mechs, the big mech battles and stuff. It was awesome. I wish somebody would play with me. You know what? That's fine. The game failed because it came out during a time they tried to compete with some other first-person shooter that was coming out. I think Call of Duty. I think they were trying to do some dumb shit and try to take sales from another game. And this is where the publisher kind of has to take the fucking sword in their gut. It's sad. They went on to make Apex Legends, and you know, a lot of people like that game, but honestly, it doesn't feel good. It's kind of shitty.
Yeah, man, it's sad. It's unfortunate. I want to show you a quick video
Don't do it.
of Nintendo's engineer at E3. I'm gonna post it really quick for us. It's just really quick. Just look at this video. Just the pureness, the pureness and the soul. The pureness
it
and the
already.
soul. Look at the pureness and the soul. The soul. It's Master Yokoi right there.
Is that you in the background?
Look. Pause it real quick. If they ever told you that the industry wasn't diverse, this video from 1995 disproves that. Gunpei Yokoi shaking the hand of a black gamer at E3 in 1995. So all that notion about these people are full of shit, it gets me angry.
No, you don't understand. Diversity.
Gunpei Yokoi shaking a black gamer's hand at E3. Beautiful.
Just like this. Quick.
Beautiful. Beautiful. But no, this generation again. Nah, it's terrible, bro. It's terrible. These a lot of these journalists need to get fired. I keep saying it.
These old racist
A lot of
game
these journalists need to get
developers,
fired. I keep saying
they
it.
made their games.
They don't do real research. They do not do real research.
Misogynistic. The games they made weren't diverse enough, and the people that played them all hated them. This black guy.
They want to say that gamers are racist, gamers are sexist.
This
Bullshit.
black guy, he went up to Gunpei and was like, "Why isn't Mario black?" And Gunpei was like, "You're right." And then he shook his hand.
They shook his hand and kept it moving. That was it.
And he ignored him. What an evil man.
Oh my god. Yo, it's so the industry is so disingenuous, bro. These people do not do research. They're full of it. They're full of it. They're full of it. I don't want to hear it. And Katsuhiro Harada is absolutely correct. There is a disconnect in the industry. We have lost our engineers. We have lost our innovators. We have lost the visionaries. Those people no longer exist. And I'm going to continue to scream this notion. We are no longer hiring artists. We're hiring fucking activists. These people don't have any art, any art in their bones at all. These people should not be a part of the industry. They're not artists. They're not gamers.
I think
Just
what it is.
because you can scream really loud in front of your fucking computer doesn't mean anything. I'm screaming in front of a computer right now, but I'm a seething boomer. That's the point. That's the meme. I'm a seething boomer. You guys are trying to put political narratives in games, and guess what? $300 million lost. And it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. I keep just saying. I'll stop with my rant.
I think a lot of people are creative, but the thing is that they get shut down by either people who are much louder than they are, or just by the corporate politics in general. And you got the executive producers who are like, well, is that gonna get the most broadest appeal and get us the most sales for our game? Well, we'll include this. Oh, look what Fortnite's doing. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And then the creative people get shut down and their ideas get turned aside, even though, you know, they might be great ideas, they might be shitty ideas. These creatives, maybe, I don't know, maybe they aren't given the environment to thrive. It's not an environment that their ideas can actually come forth and be seen. And, you know, we've heard about this a lot, even from the 90s and the 80s. Like, you had these companies, like, trying to get a profit out of their games, and they wouldn't really... Sometimes it really fucked things up. Sometimes it put out some real slop. You know, E.T. movie the game.
Yeah, speeding up production and everything. Yeah, instead of letting people put the care, you know, working out the bugs and everything. Yeah, EA is very notorious for that. They killed a lot of projects.
Tim Kaine, who was one of the originators of the Fallout series, he's got a YouTube channel. He goes over this kind of stuff a lot. Like back in the day, there were some real like shitty things happening in the industry. Like the type of stuff that we kind of we paint a wide brush with the industry now. The lack of visionary stuff, the lack of innovation, the chasing of like sales and higher sales and products and shit like that. You know, that's why Fallout 2 exists. That's why Fallout 3 exists. You know, they wanted it to be a franchise. They made it into a franchise. It's a business at the end of the day, but it's a business that demands a balance, creativity. Speaking of games,
Disgusting.
we're excited to announce that Street Fighter.
This is even more disgusting. This is even more disgusting.
Why?
It took them how many? Yo, I'm sorry, guys. Tekken sold 4 million in like 5 hours. Because then they say that they reached 7 million in like a week. How much did Tekken 8 sell?
Yeah, but Tekken is for low IQ coomers, dude. Street Fighter's for high IQ coomers. We've got
Oh my god.
Marisa,
Oh my god.
Kimberly. Come on, dude. This is a high intelligence game for highly intelligent people. We're excited to announce that Street Fighter 6
Tekken 8 sold
4 million copies globally.
They said Tekken 8 sold 2 million copies globally in its first month, bro. You mean to tell me that Street Fighter 6 has now sold 4 million after 2 years? Tekken did it in its first month? Bananas. Bananas.
Keep talking. Stall.
Yeah, worldwide in this first month. I want to see how well Tekken 8 is selling.
And how many does it sell now?
11.8 million copies? No, am I reading that wrong?
Yeah. So, on the Super Nintendo in 1992 until today, Street Fighter 2 sold 6.5 million copies.
Oh, wow. No, this is a big deal because they're saying that Tekken 8 is slowly outpacing Tekken 7 because Tekken 7 ended up selling about 11.8 million. So they're saying that Tekken 8 might end up breaking that record.
Nice.
But this article was from a while ago, from when Bandai did this. Yeah, this was in February when they announced, because this is when the game first came out. The game first came out and sold 2 million in the first month.
But you're not listening to me.
Street Fighter 6 has been out for 2 years and the shit just sold 4 million?
Right. Look, man, that's Tekken. Tekken's got its own appeal. Let's keep it in Street Fighter. Look at this. Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo, so 6.5 million worldwide.
I can't even read this. What is this for ants?
Street Fighter 2 Turbo sold 4.1 million. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Where is that? Yes.
Yeah, but they made more money with the arcade numbers. Like I know these are the console numbers, but they made way more with the arcade. Like you should be looking up that number. How much
It's
they
on
made
here.
through the coins.
It's
It
on here.
is? Oh.
I think it's kind of like adjusted, but the arcade, they sold 60,000, let's say, cabinets, I guess, in 1991, and the gross revenue was $5 billion.
Yo, there was only 60,000 official cabinets of Street Fighter 2?
I guess the first one, the World Warrior.
The first batch, yeah, the first batch. So then
And
the
then
rest were
the second
bootleg,
one
and that's
was
why they kept updating the game.
160. Champion edition. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. Oh, sorry, this is units. So if we go to the sales numbers, actually, for Street Fighter 2 on the SNES, actually, that was $663 million.
Yeah.
That's just Street Fighter 2. And so Street Fighter 6, $4 million.
It's never going to happen. Yo, Street Fighter 2 was a cultural phenomenon. Like, when that happened, everybody had that shit.
Yeah, we do have
like,
to,
not even
we do have to
joking.
give it credit for being, a new thing at the time. So,
Yeah, like, at that time period, that's not even a joke. Like, everybody had it. They had it either on the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis. Or they were playing it at the arcade. Every bodega had a Street Fighter. Every barbershop at one point had a Street Fighter. Even the corner stores, the supermarkets had cabinets, bro. It was everywhere. A lot of people don't want to admit this shit was everywhere. I remember old New York, man. That shit, that's why it bugged me out, man.
I was looking at
when the future came.
I was kind of talking out of my ass online, and I said, Street Fighter 6 is a fucking flop, blah, blah, blah. And someone called me out. I pulled up the Steam numbers. It's actually doing better than Street Fighter 5 was, and Street Fighter 4 was. So we're seeing a trajectory where the game is kind of growing in popularity as these releases come out, especially on Steam, I guess. But I don't know, man. I feel like the game is, I don't know. I don't see anyone talk about this game.
Nobody cares. The guy already won $1 million, and guess what? He retired. He retired. I'm not mad at him, bro. Like that's why I said it from the beginning. Everybody doesn't want to say how bad the game actually is mechanically because there's a $1 million price tag right now in that tournament. Everybody's itching for it. And once this dude won, that Chinese player, I already forgot his name, and he retired. It was over after that. And look what happened. Look how much money Kakeru made. Kakeru went to a tournament in Saudi Arabia and left with $500,000. I would retire too. Like, come on, man. And what the Americans are doing, Seething, getting sponsorships. Wow.
Brought to you by Progressive. I just want to say that thank you, Progressive, and also
Learn some motherfucker. Fuck out of here. That random shit, bro.
You know how crazy you look talking about, yo, I'm an Evolution champion. Meanwhile, the Asians are walking away with $500,000. Like, nah, pack it up. Pack it up.
I don't know, man. Congrats to that guy for winning. I don't know. Money aside.
Like I'm not gonna front. It was. Yeah, it's a deadly bracket. I'm not gonna front like at Evo. It was a deadly bracket, but it's like, is it really worth it if you're only gonna get 10K? Like really 10,000, and after taxes, I'm only getting what, maybe 8, 7? Really? This motherfucker went to a tournament in Saudi Arabia. These are the best, all the best players.
Do you see?
And
do you come across anyone in your day-to-day life ever talk about Street Fighter?
They are talking about Tekken. And I'm talking about older Tekken. Like people who I know they're practicing on. Like, normies not. They don't even know this shit even exists. They're still thinking about Street Fighter 2.
I hear people talk about Elden Ring, Black Myth Wukong, GTA.
Oh, everybody's talking about that. Yeah, GTA. Yeah, everybody knows about GTA. Your grandmother knows about GTA.
I never hear anyone talk about Street Fighter that's like outside of the FGC. Never.
It's because the appeal of the game is the essence of the arcade. You know? You're not gonna strike lightning twice.
I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I got like a normie friend. And he still boots up Street Fighter V and plays that.
That's not a bad game.
And like he's not good. He's not invested in Street Fighter. He still finds his matches online. He don't give a fuck about Street Fighter 6. I don't see him talk about it.
He's satisfied.
He like plays it once in a blue moon.
Keyword, he's a satisfied player.
Satisfied customer. You guys, this is the Street Fighter I have, number 5.
That's it, exactly. This is the fighting game I have. I don't have to play the newer ones. I'll continue training in this fighting game. I'll continue training in this dojo.
So you know Street Fighter 6 is going to inflate these numbers at some point. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, I know.
They're gonna include it in all these humble bundles, the $5 bin, and in a year's time you're gonna be like, oh, 8 million units or some shit, and they're gonna make it seem like it's growing in popularity, but in reality, people just scooped it up because it's like bundled with some other shit. They did this with Street Fighter 5.
Yeah,
Street Fighter 5 was in a whole bunch of bundles.
Inflated numbers, no, I know. It was in a lot of PS5 bundles and stuff. PS4 bundles, yeah, I didn't forget. No, I didn't forget. Listen, man, it was a wonderful game. It was a wonderful journey. I was excited about it.
2 years ago, Street Fighter V is no longer in the $1 tier on the Capcom Summer Humble Bundle event.
Wow.
$1. $1.
It was $1?
Yep.
I should have bought it when it was $1. Wasted my money. Look at this shit. Like, they're done for, man. It's terrible what Capcom has become. They are a shell of the company I once loved. To think that my mom would walk into a store and be like, ¿Cuáles son los juegos de Capcom? And the dudes would be like, all right, which is the new Capcom game? And they would show my mom, and she would be like, ¿Cuál es Street Fighter? She'll grab that and maybe 2 other games and bring them to me.
She knew
Capcom? Like, that's what she had to say, because they knew her already, because they knew me. I would always come into me, she would go in there, ¿Cuáles son los juegos de Capcom? That's all she said.
Damn, dude. My mom didn't even know what console I owned.
She fucking knew I was playing Street Fighter all day.
They would buy me games for the wrong consoles on my birthday, and I would open up like excited. Like,
that happened to me once.
I don't have this.
Yeah, they bought me a game for a Dreamcast, and then I tried to get my dad to buy me a Dreamcast, and he was like, no, we're gonna return this and get you it for the right system and shit. I tried to get one up on him, and he caught on quick. He was like, no, we're not doing that.
Any last words for the fine people at home?
I mean, this was a very fantastic episode. It was a little bit more natural, I wasn't screaming as much, I think. I will be done with the dark days of the FGC retrospective. That should be coming to you very soon.
That's something you're working on.
Yeah, that's something I'm working on right now, and we definitely gonna talk about that. And we're definitely gonna talk about the history of Street Fighter 4 and the beginning of this new era of the FGC. The lineage of the 09ers.
So this and that.
So we're going to break it down. Yeah. Thank you, guys. We'll holler at you later.
Learn some footsies, motherfucker. Fuck out of here.
Is that how you end the episode?
Shit, bro.
Is that how you end it? Oh, my God.
See you later, everybody.